we are back. We're gonna try to see if these guys are doing any better. As you can see, the water clarity has changed quite a bit. This is actually a good thing because again, their filter wasn't really cycling well before, so the fact that there's actually algae growing now is a really good sign that everything's cycling over. Since they had multiple parasites, we did recommend a salt treatment for this, so we got our little salt meter. See what everything's at right now. Yeah, so this is up at, I don't know if you can see that there, this is up at 5 to 6 parts per thousand. Given where these fish came from, some of those flukes tend to be a little salt resistant, so we had to push it up pretty high in the therapeutic level just to make sure that these guys will be successfully treated. So again, they've been on this for about 4 weeks now, so we're gonna probably take the 2 smaller ones out because I really don't want to harass the big girl again. And we'll see what's going on, and if everything clears and then the temperature and pH of this pond match the main pond, they'll be good to move in with their new friends. Alright, so those 2 littler guys, both the skin and the gills are looking nice and squeaky clean. So I'm going to not harass the big girl that's in here. Now we have to test the pH and temperature of this pond and the other pond to see if those match. If they do, if the temperature is within 5 degrees and the pH is within 0.5, they're good to move. If they're outside of that range, what we're probably going to have to do is bring some of the main pond water into this tub in order to kind of have everything balance out, and it might take a little while. So we're going to test those and see what we come up with. So for the quarantine pond, we're getting a temperature of right about 64 degrees. And our pH is say right at 7.5. So 64 and 7.5 for this guy. All right, before the main pond, we have a temperature of 66, 67. Let's see if that's close enough. And a pH of, oh, maybe a little lower. Maybe 7.4. So again, those are both close enough. So I'm going to transfer a little bit of the water into the Q tub just to get them kind of ready to go. And then we'll go ahead and move these kids into the big pond. All right, kind of speed off the process of getting these guys acclimated. We got the pump intake going in from the main pond. It's going up into the pond, and then we have a drain going out from the side. So again, we're bringing in clean water from the main pond, bring it up into here, try to get this guy's salinity down a little bit and just get him used to the new pond water. We'll do this about 15-20 minutes, and then we'll go ahead and move them in. So now we're going to watch these guys about 15-20-ish minutes. Acclimation took a little longer than I expected. I was basically just trying to watch the salinity come down a little bit. Just want to make sure they're not having any immediate issues. They really shouldn't, but I don't trust fish to always do what they're supposed to do. So we're just going to hang out and watch them for a while, make sure everyone's up and swimming. Only one who might be a little tricky to spot is that black and orange one, but those two big ones who, if they're having issues, those are the two. Just the bigger you are, the more sensitive you are to water quality, any sort of stress. So I'm really just gonna keep an eye out on that Tancho and the full orange one, and they're all up and swimming, happy to have new friends. So I don't get to do this very often. I think this might have been second or third time I ever got to actually move fish into a pond. So I understand why people don't want to wait, but in this case, a lot easier to treat, you know, the little 1,000-gallon tub rather than this giant pond. So I'll take it. So just one thing of note while we're kind of just hanging out and watching some fish, 2 of the 3 that were added just came up and did little gulps at the surface. This is normal behavior. This pond is considerably deeper than their previous one, and koi are physostomus fish with a duct between their esophagus and their swim bladder, and this is how they can add a little bit more air in there. So again, being in a shallower pond, might need a little extra buoyancy if you're going down to the deep end, but it is completely normal behavior for them to be showing now that they've moved into this big pond. So that's, again, pretty much all that I've seen so far. All right, bye little fishies. Stay out of trouble till next spring.